Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research.
I'll meet you outside the science lab. Label.
A brief description given for purposes of identification.
The label modern is applied to many different kinds of architecture. Laboratory.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research.
He is now in the laboratory. Labor.
A social class comprising those who do manual labor or work for wages.
Employers are using immigrants as cheap labor. Lack.
The state of needing something that is absent or unavailable.
There is a serious lack of insight into the problem. Lacking.
Inadequate in amount or degree.
Lacking in stamina. Lady.
A polite name for any woman.
A nice lady at the library helped me. Lake.
A body of water surrounded by land.
The frozen lake. Lamp.
A piece of furniture holding one or more electric light bulbs.
A table lamp. Land.
The land on which real estate is located.
He built the house on land leased from the city. Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view.
The landscape of Tahiti. Lane.
A narrow way or road.
Bicycle lanes. Language.
A systematic means of communicating by the use of sounds or conventional symbols.
He taught foreign languages. Large.
Above average in size or number or quantity or magnitude or extent.
A large city. Largely.
In large part.
These accounts are largely inactive. Last.
The last or lowest in an ordering or series.
He was the last to leave. Late.
Being or occurring at an advanced period of time or after a usual or expected time.
Late evening. Later.
Happening at a time subsequent to a reference time.
He's going to the store, but he'll be back here later. Latest.
Up to the immediate present.
The very latest scientific discoveries. Latter.
Referring to the second of two things or persons mentioned.
In the latter case. Laugh.
A facial expression characteristic of a person laughing.
His face wrinkled in a silent laugh of derision. Laugh at.
Subject to laughter or ridicule.
Everybody laughs at my accent. Launch.
Propel with force.
Launch the space shuttle. Law.
The collection of rules imposed by authority.
Civilization presupposes respect for the law. Lawyer.
A professional person authorized to practice law.
All the lawyers are confident that the case will be dismissed. Lay.
Put in a horizontal position.
Lay the books on the table. Layer.
A quantity or thickness of something that lies over a surface or between surfaces.
A thin layer of dust covered everything. Lazy.
Disinclined to work or exertion.
Too lazy to wash the dishes. Led.
Take somebody somewhere.
We lead him to our chief. Leader.
A person who rules or guides or inspires others.
The leader of a protest group. Leading.
Indicating the most important performer or role.
The leading man. Leaf.
The main organ of photosynthesis and transpiration in higher plants.
Each individual leaf on the tree is different. League.
An association of states or organizations or individuals for common action.
A league of nations. Lean.
To incline or bend from a vertical position.
She leaned over the banister. Learn.
Gain knowledge or skills.
She learned dancing from her sister. Least.
Something that is of no importance.
It is the least I can do. Leather.
An animal skin made smooth and flexible by removing the hair and then tanning.
Are your shoes real leather or plastic? Leave.
Go away from a place.
At what time does your train leave? Leave out.
To not include or mention somebody or something in something.
Leave me out of this quarrel, please. Lecture.
A speech that is open to the public.
He attended a lecture on telecommunications. Left.
Location near our direction toward the left side.
She stood on the left. Leg.
A human limb.
Lee broke his leg. Legal.
Allowed by official rules.
A legal pass receiver. Legally.
Conforming to the law.
The weapons were purchased legally. Lemon.
Yellow oval fruit with juicy acidic flesh.
I plucked a lemon from the tree. Lend.
Give temporarily.
I will lend you my car. Length.
The linear extent in space from one end to the other.
The length of the table was 5 feet. Less.
A quantifier meaning not as great in amount or degree.
A shower uses less water. Lesson.
A unit of instruction.
He took driving lessons. Let.
Consent to. Give permission.
I won't let the police search her basement. Let down.
To fail to help or support somebody as they had hoped or expected.
He trudged home feeling lonely and let down. Let off.
To not punish somebody for something they have done wrong, or to give them only a light punishment.
She was let off with a warning. Letter.
A written message addressed to a person or organization.
Mailed an indignant letter to the editor. Level.
A position on a scale of intensity or amount or quality.
A high level of care is required. Library.
A room where books are kept.
They had brandy in the library. License.
An official document that shows that permission has been given to do, own or use something.
A driving license. License.
Authorize officially.
I am licensed to practice law in this state. Lid.
A movable top or cover for closing the opening at the top of a box, chest, jar, pan, etc.
He raised the piano lid. Lie.
A statement that deviates from or perverts the truth.
She lied to her husband. Lie around.
To be left somewhere in an untidy or careless way, not put away in the correct place.
Don't leave toys lying around. Lie down.
To be or get into a flat position, especially in bed, in order to sleep or rest.
Go and lie down for a while. Life.
A characteristic state or mode of living.
Social life. Lift.
Raise from a lower to a higher position.
Lift a load. Light.
Electromagnetic radiation that can produce a visual sensation.
The light was filtered through a soft glass window. Lightly.
In a small quantity or extent.
Apply paint lightly. Like.
Find enjoyable or agreeable.
I like jogging. Likely.
Has a good chance of being the case or of coming about.
She is likely to forget. Limit.
The greatest possible degree of something.
To the limit of his ability. Limited.
Small in range or scope.
A limited success. Limit to.
To make something exist or happen only in a particular place or within a particular group.
Violent crime is not limited to big cities. Line.
A mark that is long relative to its width.
He drew a line on the chart. Link.
Connect, fasten, or put together two or more pieces.
4 boxes were linked together. Lip.
Either of two fleshy folds of tissue that surround the mouth and play a role in speaking.
He kissed her on the lips. Liquid.
A substance that is liquid at room temperature and pressure.
Air is a fluid but not a liquid. List.
A series of names, items, figures, etc., especially when they are written or printed.
Her novel shot to the top of the bestseller list. Listen.
Hear with intention.
Listen to the sound of this cello. Literature.
Published writings in a particular style on a particular subject.
The technical literature. Liter.
A metric unit of capacity, formally defined as the volume of 1 kilogram of pure water under standard conditions.
He drank off a whole liter of beer all at once. Little.
A small amount or duration.
He accepted the little they gave him. Live.
Inhabit or live in.
People lived in Africa millions of years ago. Lively.
Full of life and energy.
A lively discussion. Live on.
To continue to live or exist.
She died 10 years ago, but her memory lives on. Live through.
To experience a disaster or other unpleasant situation and survive it.
He has lived through 2 world wars. Live together.
Share living quarters.
A lot of people live together before getting married. Living.
People who are still living.
Save your pity for the living. Load.
Fill or place a load on.
Load the truck with hay. Loan.
Give temporarily.
Loan me some money. Local.
Relating to or applicable to or concerned with the administration of a city or town or district rather than a larger area.
Local taxes. Locally.
By a particular locality.
It was locally decided. Locate.
Discover the location of.
Can you locate your cousins in the Midwest? Located.
Situated in a particular spot or position.
Valuable centrally located urban land. Location.
A particular place or position.
We've found the perfect location for our family reunion. Lock.
Fasten with a lock.
Lock the bike to the fence. Lock up.
Secure by locking.
Lock up the house before you go on vacation. Logic.
Reason and reasonable judgment.
It made a certain kind of logic. Logical.
Capable of or reflecting the capability for correct and valid reasoning.
A logical mind. Lonely.
Marked by dejection from being alone.
Felt sad and lonely. Long.
Being or indicating a relatively great or greater than average duration or passage of time or a duration is specified.
A long boring speech. Look.
Direct one's gaze towards.
She looked over the expanse of land. Look after.
To be responsible for or to take care of somebody or something.
I'm looking after his affairs while he's in hospital. Look at.
To examine something closely.
I haven't had time to look at the papers yet. Look down on.
Regard with contempt.
The new neighbor looks down on us because our house is very modest. Look forward to.
Await eagerly.
We look forward to seeing you. Look into.
To examine something.
A working party has been set up to look into the problem. Look on.
Watch without getting involved.
Cameron was looking on and making no move to help. Look on with.
To consider somebody or something in a particular way.
They looked on his behavior with contempt. Look out.
Used to warn somebody to be careful, especially when there is danger.
Look out. There's a car coming. Look out for.
To try to avoid something bad happening or doing something bad.
You should look out for pickpockets. Look round.
To visit a place or building, walking around it to see what is there.
Let's look round the town this afternoon. Look through.
To examine or read something quickly.
She looked through her notes before the exam. Look up.
To raise your eyes when you are looking down at something.
She looked up from her book as I entered the room. Look up to.
Feel admiration for.
We look up to him as a hero. Loose.
Not tight.
The large shoes were very loose. Loosely.
In a relaxed manner.
His hands lay loosely. Lord.
A person who has general authority over others.
Lord of the sea. Lorry.
A large truck designed to carry heavy loads.
A lorry driver. Lose.
Fail to keep or to maintain.
She lost her purse when she left it unattended on her seat. Loss.
Something that is lost.
The car was a total loss. Lost.
No longer in your possession or control.
His lost book. Lot.
A large number or amount or extent.
A lot of money. Loud.
Characterized by or producing sound of great volume or intensity.
Loud thunder. Loudly.
With relatively high volume.
She spoke loudly and angrily. Love.
A strong positive emotion of regard and affection.
Children need a lot of love. Lovely.
Appealing to the emotions as well as the eye.
A lovely young woman. Lover.
A person who loves someone or is loved by someone.
She had a secret lover. Low.
Less than normal in degree or intensity or amount.
Low prices. Loyal.
Steadfast in allegiance or duty.
Loyal friends stood by him. Luck.
An unknown and unpredictable phenomenon that causes an event to result one way rather than another.
Bad luck caused his downfall. Lucky.
Having or bringing good fortune.
My lucky day. Luggage.
Cases used to carry belongings when traveling.
A rack for the luggage. Lump.
A compact mess.
A lump of coal. Lunch.
A midday meal.
My usual lunch includes soup and a sandwich. Lung.
Either of two sac-like respiratory organs in the chest of vertebrates.
The bullet pierced his lung.